Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? Been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grande is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine with the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grande has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Consumer spending has picked up smartly in recent months, supported by solid growth in real disposable income and the ongoing effects of the increases in household wealth.
The U.S. consumer, after taking a few months off, has come back strongly.
When you look at the U.S. economy, I think we've shown that we've reached a level of strength that's quite real and sustainable.
And the market is at an all-time new high. That's right. Everything is glorious. Jump in with both feet. What are you, nuts? Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Oh, my Lord. It's amazing, isn't it? Last week, the market kept on buffering up against the new high, struggling, because they keep taking money out of the market. Who? The institutions keep taking money out of the market. Who are the institutions? You take the 5 largest banks, you take the 401ks, you take the pension fund managers, they're pulling money out. Well, why is the market going up? Why is it at an all-time historic high when they're pulling their money out? Very simple. Take a look at the bond yields. They keep on printing money. The Federal Reserve, Aunt B, with her gangsters, keep printing and printing and printing. They go in and buy all the 10-year treasuries possible so that the foreigners who buy our debt will no longer buy our debt. Instead, they shift to the stock market to hold the market up. But underneath the stock market is nothing but air. Nothing but air. But they're enthusiastic today. They're running the market up again because why? Everybody's talking about another QE. That's right, another quantitative easing. The last quantitative easing pushed our stock market up 126%. That's right, 126%. Banks went up 400% when they were broke. They're insolvent just because of quantitative easing. It's amazing. Now, last week you heard how Janet Yellen said the consumer is improving. They're really doing well, right? Well, then wait a minute. We just got some numbers today. It doesn't mix. The only reason why the consumers are doing well is because they're increasing the use of their credit card. They're not out buying stuff. They're out buying debt. The use of credit cards are exploding because they can't find good paying jobs. They have no savings. They're going out and using the credit cards. It's unbelievable. They're borrowing in just the month of May, use of credit cards, $18.6 billion, up from $13.4 billion in April. That was the largest surge of $29.4 billion in March, the largest surge since the $24.9 billion back in March, which had been the biggest monthly increase on record. Well, you nuts? Total credit card debt is nearing $1 trillion. Borrowing for auto and student loans climbed $16.2 billion, an increase of $2.4 billion. Total consumer debt is at a record $3.6 trillion. It's not because people have good jobs and good savings. Not at all. The stock market's going up. Prices are increasing 7 times faster than profits. Stocks are going up without profits. Consumers are on the hook for almost $60 trillion. That's a 2.3% increase from 2007. That amount equals to $516,000 for every U.S. household, or $700,000 per a family of 4, or $175,000 for every man, woman, and child. $175,000 for every man, woman, and child. Are you nuts? Households owe an average of $112,000 for mortgages, car loans, credit cards. It's just unbelievable. Now, you're going to hear how great things are. You're going to hear from the Jibber Jabbers on CNBC telling us how consumer spending accounts for 70% of economic activity. How many times have you heard that? Everybody heard that? They always say that. They want to get you excited. Oh boy, consumer spending accounts for 70% of our economic activity. Everybody better go out and buy. And this will grow the economy. It's a total lie. That's not correct. It's not 70%. Consumer spending is just 30% of our economic activity. And when they go out and consume, it's all debt. It's all credit cards. And when you have debt, you can't grow the economy. And that's why we have no growth. That's why we don't have good jobs. That's why you have a part-time job. That's why you're not getting 40 hours a week. That's why you're not getting overtime, because of all this consumer debt. And the consumer debt is just gone nuts using credit cards. So when they say the 70% of economic activity is consumption, they're wrong. It's 30% of our economic activity that grows the economy, not the 70. The politicians for years have been lying. Since the Johnson administration, they've had the BLS tweak the numbers purposely. What they do is they count the goods in production as if consumers have already spent money to buy them. That's how they get to the 70%. It's 30%. But they lie. The goods that are in production, if someone's going to buy a motorcycle and there's parts everywhere all over the country putting this thing together, they count it as spent. As spent. Nobody bought the darn thing. That's how they get to 70%. Because the politicians want you to feel good. When you don't count the goods in production as being purchased or where they're spending money, the real number is 30%. However, to say consumer spending accounts for 70% of our economic growth, that sounds a lot better than saying 30%. Today, to say spending accounts for 30% of our economic activity, politicians don't like that. People don't get excited. They won't go out and spend. That's too low. That's why they lie about the 70%. It's the same thing as how they lie about our discouraged workers. They tell us we have an unemployment rate of 4.9%. No, we don't. It's 18%. They take 12 million discouraged workers, people who gave up looking for work. They don't look for work anymore, and they don't count them. They don't count them as unemployed, nor do they count the 14 million people every month who get a disability check, which over 58% of them are not disabled. Not disabled. They're very healthy people, but they're getting a disability check. They're getting paid not to work for the rest of their life. Everything under this administration is fake, for God's sakes. Not only do we get a fake 70% number for economic activity growth, we get fake unemployment number, a fake GDP growth rate, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake income growth, fake economy, fake stock market, which we have now, and a fake recovery with a fake president, with a fake everything. Consumer spending. People aren't consuming stuff. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. They're just consuming all kinds of debt. That's it. And when you consume debt and you keep increasing their borrowing, these credit cards, especially student loans and auto loans, it kills the country. You can't grow the country. You can't get a good job. A good economy comes from savings, business spending, and good, meaningful jobs, hard work. But most important, for productivity. We don't have productivity in this country anymore. You have to have capital investment. You have to have capital investment where people are going out buying machinery and buildings and inventory and purchasing new plant equipment and all kinds of machinery and construction and buildings, and they're not doing that. Economic growth comes from productivity. We don't have productivity. Everything's a big lie. So the stock market right now is at a historic high. And if you were a gang member, you would have been following this historic high. You would have been making money on the historic high. We'll be right back, taking a look at your 401k. There is a scam for you.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande, philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? Been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With a false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
If I told you that the stock market was trading at an all-time high today, would that surprise you?
Yeah, it would.
I'm somewhat surprised, but not totally surprised.
I'd say that's ridiculous. Sure.
Really surprised about it.
Well, why should anybody be surprised? The market has been financially engineered since 2008. I don't understand why anybody would be surprised. Are you kidding? That makes no sense at all. It's been financially engineered. They have front-loaded this stock market, and it's been a beautiful thing. It's been a beautiful thing. The stock market's going up 127. Can you imagine that? 127%. All they had to do is engineer it. That's all they had to do is just financially engineer the market. I mean, think about it. When you go back and you look back in 2008, December 2008 to March 2010, the market went up 80%. 80%. But companies weren't earning money. There was no earnings growth. There was no profits. So how could they go up? That's called quantitative easing. They just print money, throw it at the market, give it to the banks so they buy stocks. And then the big one is to print $85 billion every month, the Federal Reserve, to go and buy the bonds. Buy every 10-year treasury they can buy so that the countries who buy our debt won't buy our debt. Then they don't buy our debt, they buy stocks. Then November 2010, the market started to pull back again. From 2010 to 2011, the market went up another 33%. They did the same thing. Printed $85 billion every month to go buy the 10-year treasuries, the Federal Reserve, and that way it forced all the countries who buy our debt not to buy our debt because the interest rates are too low, the yields are too low. They don't want 1.2%, 1.5%. They want 3%. So they have to go to the stock market. Market goes up. Then the twist. Remember the twist? That was 2011. It went up another 28%. So we went up starting from December 2008 to 2013. Think about this. We went up every time they went out and they bought more of these 10-year treasuries to force these countries to stop buying our debt, but to go and to buy our stocks. We went up 80%, the first one. The second one went up 33%. The third QE went up 28%. Then the last one that ended 2013, from 2012 to 2013, the market went up 25%. All on no earnings, no profits. What a beautiful thing. But who made all the money? The 5 percentile. That's right, 5 percentile. That's called wealth creation for the Wall Street, for the 5 percentile. The members of the elite banking cartel, who own 82% of all the stocks in the market. 82% they control. Their individual wealth increased over $1.1 trillion. That's an average of 40% increase in their individual cartel member stock portfolio. So the banksters, gangsters, who own the Federal Reserve, those guys, their wealth increased by 40%, or $1.1 trillion. By financially rigging the market, just get the printing machine out, move the market high. Now, what about all the other folks? They got out of the market. They got out of the market, especially poor people in the 401k. They got out of the market. Yeah, they missed the whole 126% rally. You don't want to miss that this time, do you? Because they're going to do another QE. That's right, they're getting ready to do another QE. But if they don't do one and the market collapses, you're going to feel, as a gang member, just as comfortable. You're going to be just as excited. You're not going to sit back and keep asking your broker, what do I do? Remember how many times you called your broker in 2008 when the market crashed? What do I do? What do I do?
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day. Have a good, sound plan so you can go on and enjoy life.
Remember that nonsense? Every time you call them, just go on. Yeah. And what did you lose? $8 trillion. People in 401ks lost $8 trillion because those guys who run your 401k, your planner said, go on with your life. Everything is just fine. Didn't work out, did it? Didn't work out. Ted Brina, the creator of the 401k more than 30 years ago, points out and said there is no other product that people buy in this country that they know so little about as a 401k mutual fund retirement plan. A person will spend more time researching a melon when they go shopping. Ever see people go shopping in grocery stores, how they squeeze the melon or squeeze it, they look and squeeze it and smell it and squeeze. They will spend actually more time learning about that melon that's going to cost them $1.50 than their own 401k. They know nothing about their 401k. They don't even know if there's fees. They don't think there's fees, most of the people. Here's what I want you to do. I want to reach out to you. I'm going to help you, and you're going to help St. Jude. Here's the number. It's only $39.95 for gang membership. $39.95 a month. At the end of the month, if you don't think I'm helping you, then stop. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, $39.95. And Steve and Alex are there to take your call right now. You people with the 401k, listen to what I'm telling you. Listen. These employer contributions that you get while you go in a 401k is a scam. It's an illusion. It's a total illusion. This employer matches you with that free money. Everybody really believes it's free money. Nobody gives you free money in this country. Tell me somebody that really gives you free money. Do you think your nice guy employer is going to give you free money? It's an illusion. It's like the shell game. Remember with the peas? You don't get that money. Nobody gets free money. There's no such thing as a match, employer contribution. That's one of the biggest scams, one of the biggest pitch. That's the pitch that makes everybody goes to a 401k. If they didn't have that pitch, there'd be no 401k. That's how they suck people in these stupid 401ks. Oh, I get free money. He matches it. No, he doesn't. People really believe that. These are the same people who really believe that Social Security, when it's taken out of their pay, goes into a separate account for them, and somewhere in Washington they have their name on it. There's a little box with their name on it, and the money all these years taken out is going into this little box for them that they're protected. They have no clue. There's no box. It goes into a general fund. These are the same people. More about 401ks. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, only $39.95. Steve's there to take your number right now and out.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to. But you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters. Because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to. But you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters. Because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bull, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything being taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG if you want to join my gang. It's only $39.95 a month. Now listen, please, you 401k folks who got screwed and never caught any of that 126% rally. And when your financial advisor, your 401k mutual fund guy, got you out. That was crazy. Let's talk about this employer match. The very same people who believe that their Social Security money that's taken out of their pay goes into a separate account for them that's sitting in Washington are the same people who anxiously, wait for their tax return. Yeah, get that money to go out and buy something new, something all year they wait for because they think it's a gift from the government. These are the same people. They really do. They believe Social Security money's in a drawer for them, and this is the government's so nice. They give us this tax return, this gift. When it's not a gift. The government used your money for nothing all year. Where's the gift? Where's the gift? But here's the real screwing. The employer match scam. The same people really think the employer matches you with free money. No, they don't. It's an illusion. Here's what goes on. What you don't realize is the employer match, that free money, it's not free. What companies do, they set your salary, they calculate what they pay you for a salary. They then calculate that salary or what that position is going to be worth. They calculate it so when they give you a 401k, They lower the pay they're giving you by the same amount they match. So there is no free money, no match. In fact, companies, you're better off working for a company with no 401k because you get paid higher salaries. All they do is trick you, and they lower what you're going to get paid to make up the difference. It gets worse than that. People don't realize this. With a match, you don't get that match all at once. No, you don't. They spread it over 6 years. Now, what's the magic with 6 years? Why do they spread over 6 years? Because companies are very smart. Companies do a lot of research. And they know that an average employee, only 12% of the employees stay around on a job for 6 years. Pretty smart. They figured that out. The average employee, only 12% work for a company to reach 6 years. They go on somewhere else. Therefore, the employer actually saves money giving you a 401k because in the end, the benefit, you don't collect it. It doesn't go. You don't get the money. That's why they do it over 6 years. So there is no, matter of fact, the 401k is put in place to benefit companies, not the employee. It used to be. But the founder of the 401k, Ten Benna, he said it's a scam. He's embarrassed by it. He's embarrassed by it. So the next time you think you're getting a match, go check with another company that has that same position. You're going to find you're getting paid less because that's how they make it up. That's the same way. I mean, there's just one scam after another after another. Now, that's not the only reason why you shouldn't buy a 401k, because they screw you on the match. You're not going to be there because remember, as I said, they don't give you that match all at once. You're going to be gone long before 6 years. Only 12%. Imagine only 12% people stick around. Let's talk about the returns on a 401k. They're terrible. They're terrible. Do you really want to invest in a 401k retirement plan when the average returns are 1.8%? That's before you pay your taxes annually? That's it. While the S&P will give off at least, even in its worst years, a return of 7 to 10%. Unless there's a crash, of course. 7 to 10%. Now, you can capture some of that 7 to 10% or all of it or most of it by using an exchange-traded fund called the spiders, and that's why they developed the spiders. But you can't convince people to get out of their 401k. The industry knew how they were being screwed by these mutual fund companies. So the industry said, we'll develop a spider, an ETF, where the fee is just 1/1800th of 1% compared to a 401k where every 1% fee, you lose 30% of your savings. But nobody gets 1%. The average is 2% or more. 2%, you lose 65% of all the money you saved. You've been saving for 30 years? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? You're ready to retire? You think you got to go check the money? No. You paid out 65% of that $1 million gone. It's in fees. The impact of fees cannot be understated. It can't be understated. It just can't be understated.
I knew there were just a ton more fees behind there somewhere, and we just had to find them.
Gerald Schneider of Bainbridge Island, Washington, fits the profile of a typical 401k investor. It's not because he's a baby boomer, Jerry is 62, or because he likes dogs. What makes Jerry a lot like the other 50 million 401k investors in America is that he just saw his 401k balance take a serious tumble. From the beginning of January 2008 to the end of March, Jerry lost $44,108. Those were investment losses that Jerry knew about. It's what he didn't know that's got him worried. After his losses, Jerry now has about $390,000 in his 401k. According to an independent audit of his account, Jerry would have tens of thousands more were it not for hidden fees.
It's the hidden fees that kill you. A spider, you have no hidden fees. No hidden fees. And the beautiful thing about a spider is I work with the spiders with my gang all the time using my charts, my technology. Use it all the time. So we always, and here's the beautiful thing. With a 401k, when the market goes down, you can't make money with the market going down. They won't let you make money. You can't what they call short the market. We can, and with my technology, give me an example. Let's just go back to about a month ago. Target was at $84. It dropped to $65. That's a 22% drop. You would have lost 22%, but not with me. Not using my technology. I do the work for you. The color-coded chart tells you, hey, they're pulling money out. The fees are the killer. They're the killer. So don't think you're getting a matching fund. No, you don't. That's ridiculous. Who's going to give you free money? Who's going to give you free money? Let's put in perspective how much 1% fee affects your retirement fund. The difference between 79 points, okay, of 100 points or penny, and a 0.20%, okay, that could add up to more than that little difference. We're talking less than a penny. 79 points compared to 20 points, just the difference there. That can add up to $175,000. That little tiny fraction. Isn't that amazing? For each 1% fee you charge, you lose $30,000 in your retirement. The money goes right to the pocket of the fund manager. And the biggest hidden fee is the day trading fees they hit you with that you can't find. Fund managers legally can steal from you. They're generating right now over $168 million a day, and you don't know it. They day trade. They keep day trading. They don't care if it's a good trade or bad trade. They don't care if you make money or lose money. That's not what they're there for. They scalp, and each time they hit, sometimes they'll trade 20, 30, 40, 60 times a day, and all of that money goes into their pocket. You can't find it. They put it in a hidden. They hide it. They hide it in the net asset value of the fund. Even experts tried to find it, and they can't find it. So join my gang. If you want to keep the 401k, fine. But work with me. Just try it for 1 month. And just do the spiders. See what a difference it makes. Incredible. Then help St. Jude. That's all I ask. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great, and these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang. Try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande, philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With a false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, lawsuits, the 401ks are incredible now. I mean, they are really taking the center stage. Incredible the number of lawsuits. Workers are increasingly suing their 401k plan sponsor and their 401k advisors, mostly for excessive fees. And also, they don't act as a fiduciary.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's what they're getting sued over. But the fees, now you can go to court, but you'll be 10 years, 20 years getting it. Maybe you get part of a class action suit. Most of these are going to class action suits. But in the meantime, why don't you fix what's wrong? How are you going to make money? We're entering one of the most exciting parts of this market. They're going to elect Hillary Clinton. There's no doubt about it. To elect it, all they need is to make sure the stock market just roars. We made all-time new highs. There are no. How could anybody believe we're making new time highs? The first quarter of 2016, we have seen 4 consecutive quarters of year-over-year negative earnings, including that the first quarter of 2016, we had a negative earnings growth of minus 9%. Can you imagine? New home sales are falling. Durable goods are falling. Core capital goods are falling. Everything's falling. Are you kidding me? The fourth quarter 2015, we're down. Earnings growth is down minus 0.83%. The first quarter of 2016, as I just said, was down 9%. Earnings growth is just terrible. Negative earnings growth. Companies aren't making profits anymore. They don't have to. They just own shares. So why are stocks going up? When manufacturing plunged to a 7-year low, factory orders and industrial production, weakest in 10 years. Productivity is dropped for the third quarter in a row. So how could the stocks be up to an all-time new high? Very simple. You print money, and you go, the Fed prints money, goes and buys all the 10-year treasuries, and forces all these countries who buy our debt, instead of buying our debt, buy our stock. That's all. Holding it up. That's a big, big fraud. The hidden fees, imagine $168 million a day in hidden fees. Now, that's just the trading. to day trading. That doesn't count all the hidden fees they charge you for marketing fees, bookkeeping fees, revenue sharing fees, finder's fees, party fees, parking fees. You know, companies pay nothing. When you see that big, tall building, the 20-story building, 30-story building, they don't pay any of that. They don't pay rent. They don't pay for a bookkeeper. They don't pay for cleaning the office at night. These companies pay nothing. You pay for it all. Why do you think 60% of your money is taken away from you? But most people don't realize it. So what I'm saying to you is this. Understand, the average mutual fund manager is not paid on incentive. They have no incentive to do well for you. They get paid regardless. They get paid regardless. And they're so bad. 80% of 401k mutual fund managers can't even beat the S&P 500. They underperform it. You know how bad that is? You know how bad that is? So are you going to sit around and continue to, and when I say make 1.8% after taxes, you haven't got anything left. What about the cost of money? The opportunity cost. The SPDR ETF has been designed, but they can't. It's so hard to sell to people because there's 80 million people who are stuck with 401ks because you can't get into their head because they spend millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars convincing you 401ks are the greatest thing on earth when they're terrible. So here's what you do. Don't get rid of your 401k off the bat. Keep it. Why don't you, for 1 month, invest in yourself $39.95. Now, when we take, and there's some beautiful exchange traded funds. There's beautiful exchange traded funds. You can buy, I was talking to my gang this morning, you can buy just exchange traded funds, just what we call discretionary funds. That's a beautiful thing. In other words, you can, it's not hard. This is not rocket science, folks. It's not. If you want to go and take, let's say, consumer staples, that's like Coke, Philip Morris, Walmart, Pepsi, Costco, Procter & Gamble, that's one group. That's called consumer staples. XLP is the symbol. That's an exchange traded fund. All we do is put it on the chart, and when it turns green, we buy. When it turns red, we get out. Or better yet, we short. That's a very, very popular exchange traded fund. Industrials, GE, 3M, Honeywell, Boeing, UPS, Caterpillar, Raytheon, in one basket. One basket. Then we put it on our chart, our color-coded chart, and we follow it. You haven't got to do a thing. You don't do anything. My site, you go to my site, and we keep in touch with you during the day. Everything's archived. And you can be driving and just look in your cell phone or any mobile device you have. Go take a look at the chart. If I have Target up, and that's the one that we selected, then you watch Target, and you're going to know when to add more to your position, when to take some profits, when not to take profits. You're going to know. What is hard about that? The best thing is once you start getting used to this, and you get the confidence, is when the market goes down, you're going to be looking forward to it. You're going to be looking forward to it because this market is going to fall so far, so fast. Instead of taking 18 months to fall 50% as it did in 2008, 2009, it may take 18 days. That's right, 18 days. Because it's so overbought. It's incredible. Because this thing has been one big scam since 2009, but you're making money. See, you don't care if the market's honest or dishonest. All you got to know, the institution buyers, are they buying or they're not buying? And as I said, you got all kinds of beautiful exchange-traded funds. And I'll guide you. Every morning we have coffee talk before we start the day, so you know exactly what's going on. Know exactly what's going on. You know, another good group, another exchange-traded fund is energy. You can own a group like, you can own a Schlumberger, Halliburton. You can own Exxon. You can own some beautiful energy stocks in one basket. Then I will put it up on our MV2 when it turns green, and I do all the work for you. You haven't got to do anything. I'll tell you, just watch. As long as it stays green, I'll tell you when we're going to add to our position or not add to our position. It's a beautiful thing. So let me give you the number, and you'll see it works. And all I ask, it's just $39.95 for the month. All I ask is that you help St. Jude. That's all I want you to do. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, and Tommy's right there now. He'll take your call. Stephen, Alex, they'll take your call right now. Now, what about gold? Everybody's asking me about gold. The same thing. If I put up on my chart GDX or AU, it went up over AU, that gold. Are you kidding? It's up over 100%. 100% return. How do we do that? Very simple. We waited for the institutions to identify that they were buying. Here's the beautiful thing. This market is going to fall after the election. Believe me, they're going to push this market up with quantitative easing. They're going to come in and just take money and print money and keep buying stocks, pumping this market up, because they got to get Hillary elected. The only thing that could beat Hillary is the stock market. If the market goes down, everybody will flood and go to Trump. Trump hasn't got a shot unless the market goes down. They have been able to outmaneuver him 10 ways to Sundays. Okay? I mean, the poor guy just getting slammed by the press today. What I hear today from Joe Scarborough, listen to this.
Donald Trump said he lives in a dreamland. I don't think...
He never said he lives in a dreamland. What he was talking about, he says, the American dream is destroyed. He never said, I live in a dreamland. Scarborough makes that up. Just like Scarborough made up, MSNBC and Scarborough made up when he said, I want, never again will we have Muslims come into this country. No, he said, temporarily. Look, here's all I can do for you. I don't know anything about politics, and I don't care about politics. I care about creating wealth for you. Try just one stock with me at $39.95. Call right now, 877-600-GANG, and you'll love it because it works. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dream.
Phil Grande is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies.